Hello Cancer, welcome for your April 2019 Zodiac Wheel reading. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Elle, your Psychic Astrologer. Now, my Zodiac Wheel readings are for the collective, so they're a general reading, and they are also for your sun sign, rising sign and moon sign. So make sure you check them out because that will give you a more all-round forecast. So if you know what your rising sign is, Cancers, you may be a Cancer rising sign, or you may know what your moon sign is. This reading is relevant for all of those as well. So now I would like to invite Great Spirit, the angels and my guides to join me with this reading for Cancer, and I give thanks for any messages that come through in this reading for Cancerians' highest good and for the good of all concerned. Straighten them up there a bit. Okay, Cancer. So, Cancer, sun sign, rising sign and moon sign. This is Zodiac Wheel reading for you. So, to start with, here in the first house, we have the Six of Pentacles influencing that area. Now, this is how you view yourself, the first house, and how others see you, your persona that you present. And I'm being shown generosity and kindness. So you're being very generous and kind, as well as receiving that generosity and kindness back. Influencing here your self-worth and how you earn your money is the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel for you, Cancer, that if you've been worried about financial concerns, this is showing me moving ahead with that and applying your skills and your knowledge. Here in the third house, Cancer, you have the Nine of Pentacles, standing on your own 2 feet, enjoying your surroundings, having a bit of a green thumb as well. The Nine of Pentacles is a very prosperous energy to have here in your third house. So you are also able to share your prosperity with others and communicate to those that are interested in how you actually do it. So I do feel for you through April, you will be having people wanting to know basically how you do it, Cancer. They're seeing you as being successful and independent, capable, and being able to stand on your own 2 feet. So straight up, 1, 2, 3, first 3 houses, you have Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. This is a very good sign for your financial security and your feeling of self-worth. So, you know, you may see where you're at with that around the first quarter moon, which is in Cancer on the 12th of April. The message of that moon in Cancer is to develop a freer attitude to what you're afraid of losing. So basically don't hold on so tight, and you'll be less likely of losing it. So the more we try and hold on to something, the more it can appear that it's running away or that we're losing it. So let go and let God is the message with that. Try not to hold on to things so tight. Here in the base of your reading, representing your 4th house, you have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is a wonderful energy influencing your home and inner sanctuary, and it's the base of the Zodiac wheel, so it's sort of what's holding everything up. And it is a love of the outdoors and being able to enjoy outdoor activity. It's also travel by air, so you may have to go on a journey quickly somewhere, and it represents the free spirit to me, the 8 of Wands. So I do feel that, you know, there may be family members, for instance, that need to let you be that free spirit that you actually are, Cancer. Now, here in the 5th house, we have new beginnings with the Ace of Wands in the area of affairs of the heart, love relationships, as well as your favourite pastimes and general recreational activities. And there's a lot of energy being put into that. So for those of you that are looking for love, this is showing me that there is a new beginning there with someone new, or maybe you are in a situation where you're making some decisions about someone from the past, and creative new ideas. So I feel with you Cancerians, there's some of you out there that, you know, want to have a more balanced life and not just have it about home, work, children and partner. You want to have that outlet for yourself in some recreational activity. So go for it and go after it. So make sure you leave a message for me in the comments, Cancer. I'm interested to know what area you're wanting to have that new beginning, and where you feel the new beginning is actually starting. Excuse me. In your working life here, you have one of the major arcana cards. You have the Star. So there's a wish being granted here with the Star of Hope showing up in your career or work life. Also to do with your health and fitness is the 6th house area. So that's also showing up that your hopes about that are coming to fruition as well. In partnerships, here you have another major arcana card, and that is showing me the Tower, influencing partnerships. So tearing down the old to rebuild new, more secure foundations is the message from the Tower that is influencing partnerships. Partnerships of all kinds. This area for the 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th houses in this zodiac wheel, for me, represent other people and how you're influenced by other people and how you influence them. So it's business partnerships as well, not just romantic partnerships. Now here in the 8th house you have the Devil. So that is showing me that you're bonded to your finances. So that's probably why you're working so hard here and accumulating your financial stability and building on it, because there is either a loan that you've got to negotiate, or maybe you're consolidating, but the devil represents that which is, it's kind of like bondage. You're held too tight. So that might be one of the things that you're trying to let go of or move away from. So it's also ruled by Saturn, the devil card, and Saturn at the moment, and has been for a while now, is in Capricorn, and it's the hard taskmaster. And on the 30th of April, Saturn goes retrograde. So going back to retrace what lessons you haven't already learned, some issues that still need to be worked out a bit better. So from the 30th of April onwards, you're going to be given the opportunity to, you know, whatever lesson you didn't learn, you'll be faced with it. Maybe it'll come in a different guise. It may not be exactly the same as what you went through before, but it is meant to help you to work it out better. So hard work is Saturn's message and teaching, which the hard work's worth it because it brings rewards, and anything that you haven't prepared well can be the source of difficulties through this Saturn retrograde, which starts on the 30th of April. Now, here in your 8th house, you've got another major arcana. So, Cancer. So far, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So the universe is having the first move. So you may feel the shift take place, which will be influencing you because of Uranus. And Uranus has a very powerful influence on the Temperance card. Temperance is ruled by Aquarius, actually. It's the Aquarian card, the water bearer. Now, so Temperance is wanting you to bring balance in the area of your life that is to do with expansion of yourself through spiritual and philosophy and physical explorations, really. It's also foreign lands and foreign cultures and extensive travel. So I just feel that there's the message here from Temperance for you involving that kind of area of your life is that that of bringing balance. So you'll be working on that, and with Jupiter being the ruler of the 9th house, Jupiter is in Sagittarius, which is a very good position for Jupiter as it is in its own house. So the effects that you will have here affecting you through April will be opportunities of extensive travel for learning that can present to you at this time. You have a need for real and useful knowledge about your world and a desire to learn. So Jupiter is assisting you to be wiser now than you have ever been in any other time in your life. The Jupiter effect will bring conscious growth, so much so that you will no longer live your old life and old prejudices and beliefs. So you will find that balance is what I'm being shown here, with Temperance influencing that area of your life, and the Jupiter effect that will be influencing that. Now, Jupiter goes retrograde on the 20th of April. So that, again, you're being, in a way, taken back in time so that you can redirect that energy into a more positive direction. So I do feel for you, Cancer, there is a energy here very strongly wanting you to have to sort of retrace your steps, which I know can be very humdrum, but this time you can set it into more what is going to suit you and bring balance into your life and help you feel more balanced within. Now, here in the area of career, in the zenith of our wheel, it shows the Three of Wands. So waiting for your ship to come in and looking to the horizon, not just looking straight in front of you, lifting your vibration and looking out over the horizon and seeing the bigger picture is the Three of Wands. And having patience. The Three of Wands is having patience. So there's something in your career or outer world that you need to be patient about, and to not just look what's right in front of you, see the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is what's shifting and evolving here, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards. So you're actually in a better position than what maybe you think, Cancer. Yes, there are some things that are being restructured and having to let go and not hold on so tightly, but that is building up to be something that is going to bring you in a balance, as well as more balance in your life. Now, your hopes and wishes here, you have the Fool. So there's a desire here for adventure. I'm feeling with the Fool influencing your friendship groups and your hopes and wishes, that you are actually wishing and hoping for something new and exciting. Now, you know, be careful what you wish for, because Uranus is now transiting in Taurus, and with that Uranus energy moving through Taurus, you'll be feeling a little bit restless, and maybe finding it very restless, trying to adjust to changes as well. So change in or with your material resources could be revolutionary. So sometimes Uranus appears to take things away from us, but it's actually for our higher good, as hard as it is to adjust to the change that brings when you don't actually feel that you want that taken away. But then once it's removed, what we're not using or what you're not needing anymore, it replaces it. Uranus replaces it with what you do need. Now, the Uranus transit is a 7-year transit, so it's not as if it's going to happen bang and one day something's one way and the next day it's all changed, though you can't rule that out. But it's usually over a period of time. But the restlessness that's involved can lead people to become a bit fearful and to try and stop it. So the message with the Fool is to try and find the excitement in it and go with it anyway and let it roll. Now, here in the 12th house you have the Magician. Now that is showing me new ideas and new ventures that you want to see manifest, and the adventure that you really would like to go on. You can make it happen easier than what you think. So don't give up, and don't see the tower coming and changing your structure and what may appear like, you know, being struck by lightning as being a negative thing, because you, in order to fulfill your wishes and your hopes, there's some things that are going to need to be removed. Some of them you'll be glad to be free of. So I don't think it's all really and in any way going to be detrimental for you. And just, you know, remember that you do have, and you are building a solid foundation in your financial realm. So there is good fortune and prosperity around you. Now, some of the dates that you need to be aware of is the 12th of April and the 19th of April. The 19th of April is the full moon in Libra again. So we had a full moon in Libra in March. It was a super moon. So this is the second full moon in Libra for this last month. Well, into the new month of April, of course. So when the full moon is in Libra, it brings to culminations partnerships, relationships, and balance and or conflict. So there could be a little bit of conflict in relationships that needs to be brought into balance. And I do feel that that will actually be brought into balance. And also the 29th is the full moon in Pisces. Now this is giving a lovely trine energy to you Cancerians. So communication is the answer, is the message of the moon in Pisces, even though you feel like withdrawing from the world. So you still may have to communicate with maybe it's a difficult partner, or it could be that you are needing to clarify things in your career, and you know you've got to be patient. And also with wanting to feel that sense of being a free spirit is also something that's going to be prominent around that 29th of April. So there's some other dates that I feel are significant for you. Cancer is the 30th of April, when Saturn goes retrograde in Capricorn, which is your opposite sign. So that's going to have a profound effect on things too, because you will be sort of retracing what lessons you haven't learnt, and working out some of those issues for a better outcome. And Pluto in Capricorn also will be going retrograde, and that will be on the 24th of April. So it's a very important time in your life, and Pluto gives you the power to achieve your life's goals, or the insight to find out what they truly are. It can give you the sense of being lost if you're still finding out what you are meant to be doing. Jobs may change, that's not unlikely, while you're finding this out. But remember, these energies are very powerful, and not to play games with them. So, you know, play fairly and play by the rules. Now, Cancer, I will give you a culmination reading with my animal cards. So I'd like to ask Great Spirit to stay with me through this culmination card reading for Cancer for April 2019. What messages do you have for Cancer for April 2019? Whoa, thank you. Mouse medicine. Unobtrusive. Quiet as a mouse is the way to go. Approach things quietly and efficiently with a dash of stealth. Keep many of your important ideas to yourself, or they could be turned back on you. Be an unobstructive as a little mouse scurrying across the floor to its hole. Okay, so keep things to yourself a little bit is the message there. So maybe Cancer, I feel it's possible that some of you have been possibly dealing with what could be called an opponent, and you are letting them know your next move before you do it. So if you feel that there's someone, or maybe there's more than one person that you have to deal with that is trying to block your process, which I feel is coming in here with this devil influencing the 8th house. There's some sort of bondage or blockage that keeps affecting you, and it's due to outside influences or other people. So just don't let them know what your next move is. Keep it to yourself. You need to trust that higher instinct of yours, which is what Neptune in Pisces is all about, really. And Neptune in Pisces is in its own sign, so it's very powerful at the moment to be stimulating your own psychic abilities. So trust your gut instinct. Don't tell people that you may have an inkling that they're trying to stop you from achieving what you're trying to achieve. Don't let them know what you're about to do. You don't need anyone else's approval, Cancer. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Please leave a comment in the comments area and let me know, where you feel this obstruction is, where you feel that you've sort of chains are holding you back, and where you feel that things are being torn down, and how you can see that they're fresh foundation there for new and better things to be built upon. So thank you again, Cancer, for tuning in for your Zodiac World reading, and I hope this has resonated with you. If you like, you can go to my Facebook page. I've got the information I've included there below, and you can Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on my web page at www.lpsychicastrology.com. So I will hopefully see you back here again for your reading next month. Thank you for your comments, thank you for sharing, and thank you for watching my videos. Until we talk again, thank you for being a part of my channel and for liking and subscribing. Love and light and many blessings to you all. Namaste.